Hello everybody. So today we're going to be doing a message from your chakras. So welcome back to my channel. My name is Mira and this is my page, Mira the Mage. Hold on, let me turn this light out. Okay. So we have 3 piles to choose from. Each is going to correspond with a different chakra that I had randomly pulled a number for. Okay, so first let's get this incense going. And this candle, you can put any intention into this candle that you would like. This is for everybody. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's fix this a little bit if it wants to listen to me. Okay, so we have 3 piles to choose from. The timestamps are going to be down in the description, and as I start each pile and as I end each pile, I will be striking a tuning fork that corresponds to the chakra that you have randomly chosen. Okay, so for pile number 1, we have Citrine. For pile number 2, we have Dongling Jade. Sounds so weird, but we have Jade. And then last but not least, I don't know why this says pink crystal, but it's rose quartz. All right, and let's get into your piles. I will see you guys there. Hello, those of you who chose pile number 1 with the citrine. This is going to be your reading, and the the chakra that wanted to come through that has a message for you is the solar plexus. This is the yellow energy center underneath of the ribs in the midst of the abdomen. Corresponds with creativity and a whole bunch of other shit. So before we get into your reading, I'm just going to strike this tuning fork so that you guys can get a little bit of this vibration. I'm gonna strike it one more time closer to the mic so that you guys can hear it. Okay. You are definitely going to hear background noise because there are other people in the house, okay? So first, let's get into some tarot to see the real messages that your chakra has to say to you, and then we will get into some oracle and some of my homemade cards, okay? These are likely going to be really short and sweet messages, but you know, every time I say that, they usually end up being longer messages, but we're going to try to make them pretty short today, okay? So what does pile number 1's 3rd chakra, the chakra of the solar plexus, have to say to pile number 1? I have the 5 of Swords. We also have the Death card. I'm hearing if you don't let go of old ways of being, you can never attain new ways of being. So if you are trying to reinvent yourself, it is crucial, imperative that you allow yourself to let go of the certain tendencies or energies that are hindering you from becoming the person that you want to be. So for example, if you would like to be somebody who is more patient, it is really important for you to put a special emphasis on working with whatever energies that are holding you back from being a more patient person, right? If you would like to be somebody who is more creative and more expressive, it is important that you really address that fear of being seen. That could be what it is here. Yeah, we have the Two of Swords. Yeah, so there's a lot of internal conflict here. I want this, but I'm also afraid to step out of this. You know, I want this new life, but I'm afraid to let go of these certain energies, behaviors, and thought patterns that I am so, I don't want to say encaptured in, but it's really the energy of, what's on the back of the deck? Yeah, the Five of Wands. And this is when they put down the wands, when they're no longer fighting, right? It's sort of like you guys might be a little bit afraid to let go of those survival mechanisms that had once really protected you. And that is completely understandable. That is completely okay to be in that sort of energy where you want to be different, but maybe you just don't know how, or you want to pick up different coping mechanisms, different patterns of behavior and being, and it's still a little bit scary. You can do it even while it's scary. You can do it even if you're just learning. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to have all of the tools. You don't need to have all of the tools that you might think that you need to have. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to progress. Progress makes, what is it? Something makes perfect, practice makes perfect, but it's really practice makes progress, because we're never perfect. We're humans. We are imperfect beings, and that is okay. And that is what we are supposed to be. We're not supposed to be perfect, because if we were perfect, we wouldn't be living life here on earth. There's also another deck that wants to come out and speak for you guys, so we're gonna get to that. Trying not to burn myself in the process. What does the third chakra have to say to my pile number ones? The Ace of Voices. There's a need to listen more to your body and less to the mental energy that's going on here, because you guys, I'm hearing a trine. So you guys could have like a trine in like earth signs. I'm sorry, not earth signs, in air signs in your natal chart. Which makes it really difficult for you to sort of change your ways of being or change certain patterns of behavior. You see, I'm not an astrologist, but this is just what I'm intuiting here. We also have the Knight of Emotion right here wanting to come through. The thing is, you guys are feelers, but you might identify with being a thinker or being somebody who really operates on the mental, because maybe you've learned that you had to do things that way. Maybe you've learned that if you just go with feeling and you throw logic to the wind, that things are not going to work out for you. Maybe you were raised in an environment of thinkers, really mental bodies. Maybe like your parents or the people that you grown up around were like lawyers or scientists or people that really need to use their brain for their job. Like this is really growing up in maybe an environment with people who didn't allow themselves to really feel into things. Instead, they really thought things out with their mind and with their mental energy. And while that is not a bad thing, relying way too much on the mental can really feed the ego, okay? Because you guys, like I said, you guys are feelers, but you might not feel that way because you're not used to allowing that sense to develop, and because you haven't really allowed yourself, excuse me, because that mental energy there, again, that throat chakra, because you guys have not really allowed yourself to feel into what your body is saying and what your body is telling you, rather than what your mind is constricting you into, the box that your mind is putting yourself into. You haven't really allowed yourself to feel your way outside of that box. So maybe you are used to, you're comfortable within that box, but I feel like recently the box has been getting really uncomfortable, and it's like, I need to find a way out of this box. I need to alleviate some of this pressure. And you guys might be thinking, how do I do this? How do I do this? And I'm here to tell you, your third chakra is coming up in this reading to tell you that thinking your way through this is not going to get you through it. You need to feel your way through this next chapter, okay? Yeah, the Eight of Voices. The Voices cards in this deck is equivalent to the Swords cards. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 out of what, 6 cards that we have shown on the table that are Voices cards, that are swords. And then look, we have another Voices cards, the 5 of Voices. Yeah, there's some sort of like mental anguish here. It's not seeing a way through, not seeing a way out. And the reason why you're not seeing a way out is because you're not supposed to see it, you're supposed to feel it. This person is blindfolded, so you need to use your body. You need to use your body instead of your head. You need to ask your body what feels right. This is really about connecting more with the body. Look, 5 of Materials in the reverse. This is the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Thinking that if I do something differently, I'm going to lose some rapport. Or if I do something differently, then I'm going to lose my way. I'm going to lose my footing. Not being comfortable doing things differently because it's unfamiliar. But unfamiliar doesn't mean bad. Unfamiliar is just different. And sometimes it can feel bad because it is different. Us humans, we like the familiar because the familiar is predictable. We stray away from the unfamiliar because it is unpredictable. That's hence why a lot of us have a fear of the dark, because it's not a fear of the dark, it's a fear of the unknown, a fear of what's in the dark, a fear of what we cannot see, a fear of what we cannot know, you know, or what we do not know. And so for you guys, it's really, really important to feel with your body in this time, because your body is showing you the way. Your body is feeling you into things. You meet a person and you just feel that they're not right. You meet a person and you just feel that they are right. You go into a job and you just feel that this is or is not good for me. You go into a place or a situation and you feel the energies around you, and you assess there and you discern there from how you're feeling whether this is right for you, whether this is wrong for you, whether this is comfortable or uncomfortable. Okay, 11:11 on the clock. What's on the back of the deck here? Yeah, the Knight of Materials. So you guys are very comfortable in what you can, in what you know with this mental energy, and what you can see, and what you can see, what you know and what you can see materially and physically. It really might be difficult for you guys to trust the unseen or the unknown, and which is probably why you stray away from allowing your body to make the moves, allowing your feelings to make the moves, because you can't physically see those feelings. You can't rationalize those feelings. Sometimes it just feels right and you have no rational explanation. Sometimes it just feels wrong and you have no rational explanation. Sometimes that person just feels off and you don't know why. Trust that feeling before you get the facts, because a lot of the times when you trust that feeling, or when you don't trust that feeling before you have the facts, you end up putting yourself in a position to where you will get the facts on why you are feeling the way that you are feeling. But at that point, you will have suffered, or you will have gone through unnecessary hurt, unnecessary bullshit that didn't need to be gone through, that if you would have just trusted your feeling, you could have saved yourself from. Okay? Now let's get some more messages, please, from our third chakra here for pile number 1. Thank you. We have chop wood. Yeah, this is the need to do things differently, the need to let go, the need to clean house, the need to pull away and break off from whatever is no longer serving. And that's a 6 card here too. Come to the edge. Yeah, it might be scary, but come to the edge. This is like the Fool card. Take that leap. Know that it is okay and it is safe to do things differently. It is safe to feel with your body. You know, like anybody with a rational mind standing on this little thing, they would be terrified. They wouldn't be dancing up there. They would be shaking in the middle of it, staying away from all of the edges, because that's what our logical mind tells us to do. But no, our body tells us that it's okay. Our body feels that it's all right. Our body says dance and enjoy and live and find peace and happiness within what you are in, within what you have. And because they're trusting their body and not just their logical mind that tells them, no, 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 this is dangerous, they're enjoying it instead of just staying stagnant, instead of just being scared or living out of fear. What's on the back of the deck? Yeah, we have higher power. This is the need to trust that feeling, trust that intuition, because it is leading you to something that is stable. It is leading you to something that you can feel, right? It is leading you to something that you can see, right? That feeling is leading you to that stability, to that certainty that you are hoping for, that you are chasing, right? Let's get one of these. We have tuberose, desire, be certain of where you place your passion. All about feeling. And look at how there's also yellow in those flowers as well. All right, we're going to get some of these index cards right here. And then this will conclude your message, and I will ring the tuning fork for you one more time. We have be grateful for the little things. We're going to get 3. What's done in the dark always comes to the light. I was also talking about the fear of the dark, the fear of the unknown, and that is literally talking about the unknown, what's done in the dark, right? And that could be a message concerning something else that we're not even thinking about, right? That we haven't even discussed. I'm also feeling this card's for you. Go with the flow. And let's pull one more. All right, this one wants to come out. We have socialize, get together with family and friends. And on the back of the deck, we have release your sexual tensions and put up firm boundaries and stick to them. Okay. All right, that is what I have for you. Let's conclude it one more time with a ringing of the tuning fork. All right, guys, I hope this reading resonated with you. Leave me a like, comment, and a subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Toodles. Hello, those of you who chose the Dongling Jade. This is going to be your reading. Let's just move pile number 1 signifier out of here. And the chakra that wanted to talk to you guys, that has a message for you guys, is the root chakra. So this is all about stability. It can talk about fear, and it can talk about grounding. It also talks about survival mode and our, like, not sacral, our splenic response. Okay, so our splenic response is, like, for example, like when a deer sees, you know, our splenic response is our survival response. Okay, So you guys could really have a hard time with switching and tuning out of that survival mode at times. So this is definitely going to be the reading for you guys if you have chosen the Dongling Jade. And let's first, I'm going to ring it in camera, and then I'm going to ring it next to the mic so that you guys can hear it. Okay, I just saw 111 as I said that. So for pile number 2, and I'm also going to do this again at the end of the reading. Sorry. And again. Okay. All right. Ouch. I'm hearing adjust your footing. There's a need to like adjust your footing. So for you guys, I'm seeing somebody walking on a tightrope. And there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of like, think about if you were up 10 stories high on a tightrope and there was nothing on the ground to catch you, how fearful you would be. It seems like you guys might even have heightened anxiety at the moment. Okay, let's just get into it with the cards first. We're gonna get some tarot from 2 different decks, then we're gonna go into some oracle and then some handmade index cards that I have for you guys. Pile number 2, we have the 7 of Swords, the 4 of Cups in reverse. What makes you believe that it can't happen? Whatever it is. What makes you believe that it can't happen? A lot of you guys, you fight your blessings, and this might be something that you do subconsciously or unconsciously, something that you are unaware of. It feels foreign for you guys to, being safe feels kind of foreign for you guys. Maybe you've grown up in an environment where things were not stable. Things didn't feel safe. Maybe you were around unsafe figures or unsafe people. Maybe you guys weren't protected the way that you should have been when you were younger. Or maybe the people that were supposed to protect you have failed you. And so there's this energy here of feeling very bitter about what you've gone through because it could have been avoided. Feeling very bitter about the things that have happened to you because it didn't have to be that way. And I sympathize with you guys heavily because it is so hard growing up, admiring certain people, and then maturing and realizing that they didn't do all that they should have. That they didn't do all that they could have, or that they did all that they could and what they could wasn't enough. It wasn't exactly what you needed. And because they didn't have the capacity to give you or protect you the way that you needed them to protect you or give you what you needed them to give you, it caused you harm, and it caused you pain, and it caused you hurt. There's also a lot of understanding. For my pile number 2s, you guys are very understanding individuals, so you guys understand that these people, they did all that they could, or they tried their hardest. So it's really hard for you to even hold people accountable for the pain that they've caused you, or the pain that they've inevitably allowed to happen because of their ignorance. You know, that's really what it is, their ignorance. There's a difficulty holding them accountable, even where they should be held accountable, because you understand, because you sympathize and you empathize. But there's a need to put yourself first. There's a need, your root chakra is saying, Be the protector that you always need. It's making me want to cry. Your root chakra is saying, be the protector that you needed. Be the protector for your children. The way that you, it makes me want to cry. You guys are very beautiful people, and maybe you need to hear that. Be the protector that you've always needed. Be the person who talks sense into yourself and into your dependents. The way that you needed somebody to do that for you. Have the compassion for the people around you and for yourself that you wish other people would have had for you. Right? What does your root chakra want to say, please? Pile number 2. The wheel. You're starting a whole new cycle. And in this cycle, I'm hearing the worst is over. You guys have done so much healing. And now it's time for you to get into a rest cycle. And not like a rest cycle as in where you don't do anything, but like it feels like a safety cycle. A cycle where you can feel safe. You are going to feel stable. Yeah, justice. Where you were wrong, there is going to be justice. Look, she is walking not the path into the dark because she's already come out. Now you're walking from the path of the dark into the path of the light. You guys have mastered the shadow. At least the shadow aspect of your current cycle. You have mastered the shadow. And now you are able to walk into the light with grace, with poise, dignity. Right? Strength at the back of the deck. You guys, like I said, you have mastered your shadow. You have mastered that animalistic part of yourself. And now it's time to really harness that animalistic part of yourself. It's time to harness that dark divine, that dark feminine power. It's time to harness. Like, it looks like to me like she has this leash on this lion, and to where she says, you know, like where she can calm it. I see like a lion tamer, and I feel like that's what you've done for yourself. Look, we have the Knight of Materials coming out in the last position, the same position that it was in pile number 1. You guys really have also mastered like the art of knowing when to put a situation to rest and what battles to choose, how to pick and choose your battles wisely. Right? Back of the deck is the Page of Materials, which is the Page of Pentacles as well. You guys have seen the beauty, and now you are becoming the beauty, embodying that beauty. Like I said, you have mastered the dark, and you are now coming into the light. Another 10. We have a 10 for the wheel, and then we have an 11, right? And then this would also be, this would be a 12, because if we're going from suits, it goes from 10 to a page to a knight. So 10, 11, 12, right? So we really have 10, 11, 12. You guys are moving forward, whether it feels like it or not. We also have 2 7s. There's an energy of not wanting to repeat the past, not wanting to repeat cycles. And I'm here, your root chakra is here to tell you, I'm getting chills all up my left side. So this is maternal. This is stuff that is stemming from the maternal energy, at least energetically, vibrationally. This is energy that's stemming from that maternal side. It could be that the person that was supposed to protect you was your mother, and she didn't do it. Your mother, your grandmother, a strong female figure, right? And you don't feel like you have that compassion, you have that understanding. Look, the black cat again, talking about shadow, the shadow, and the shadow is being enlightened. And now, since, look, 2 black cats, look, beautiful. And that looks like it's at the solar plexus as well. So you guys could have even chosen pile number 1. If you were also drawn to pile number 1, there might be some messages in there for you. However, if you did not intuitively choose pile number 1, I wouldn't recommend going to look at it. It would be really helpful for you guys to be around small children and flowers in bloom, getting yourself flowers, working with flowers, working with earth energy, going outside and literally earthing, grounding, grabbing that like soil would be really, really good for you right now. Your root chakra wants you to get grounded. Your root chakra wants you to feel safe, and your root chakra is telling you that safety is coming. Safety is the epitome of this new cycle that you're going to be in. Yeah, we have higher power coming out. You guys have unleashed some new higher power, and you're going to be able to see things from a higher perspective. The things that are coming in are things that maybe were long awaited, and when they come in, you're going to realize why it took so long. You're going to realize why it had to be, yeah, why you had to go through what you needed to go through, right? And a lot of the reason why things weren't coming when you wanted them to is because you weren't who you needed to be. You were who you were conditioned to be, and now you are fully integrating your true authentic self and breaking away from what other people told you that you should be, or how other people told you that you should act, or how other people told you that you should feel. Look at this zebra. He's a zebra, but he was painted as a giraffe. So you might have been a zebra raised by giraffes, and so all you knew how to be was a giraffe, and now you are coming in to the authentic version of yourself. Now you are coming into the self-actualization of who you really are, and because you are really stepping into that and no longer trying to be or force yourself to be anything that you're not, all these things are coming in for you. All these things are here. You're just waiting to notice them. We also have message in a bottle. Like I said, like, they're coming in for you. You're going to receive some really good news soon. Singing bowls might be really good for you to listen to. And we also have the fates. So it was fated that the things that happened, look, 17, that always reminds me of life path. When I see 17, I always think you're on the right path. So it's like with the fates here, things were meant to go the way that they went, and you're going to start to see why it is they happened the way they did. And it's going to be laughable. It's going to be comical. But at the time, it might have felt like punishment. It's reminding me of this one lady, she's speaking the sermon, and she goes, and she's talking, like, I think she's talking from the perspective of God or the universe, and she's saying, I put you in the company, and then I had you get fired from the company. And it, at the time, might have felt like punishment, having you get fired from the company, but really I had you get fired from the company because I put you in the company just to get fired, because you needed to see how the company worked. It makes me want to cry. You needed to see how the company was run from the inside, so that when you have your own company, when you make your own company, you can do things different, or you have that experience and that knowledge that you need. So you might have felt like you were put in certain situations just to fail, and yeah, that might have been true, but it wasn't true that the universe wanted you to fail just to fail. It wasn't punishment. The universe put you there because you needed to be there, because there were certain things that you needed to see, certain things that you needed to learn, because this cycle that you're coming into, you're going to apply all of that, and it's going to start to make sense. So you guys have 2 of these cards. Ooh, I'm gonna cry. There's really heavy emotion that's needing to be released. You guys need a good cry. We have Jonquil, power. Take hold of what is yours. Look at that. Look at that. And then we have Agapanthus or Agapanthus. Words of love. Speak with your heart. And let's get 3 of these cards, and we're gonna end it there after we do some more root chakra tuning for you guys. That was really beautiful. We have, look, have faith. Look, and then right here, I'm not going to take it, but it came out. Stop overthinking. You're only confusing yourself. Don't allow fear to run your life. Ooh, that one flew off. Wow, wow, wow. What are you so afraid of? Look, and the root chakra talks about fear. What are you afraid of? We also have on the back of the deck, ask your angels, but I think this is the one that wants to come out. The universe is sending gifts. That's beautiful. We also have more empathy, but I feel like this is talking about having more empathy for the self. Again, ask your angels. Ask your angels to come in and help you. Ask the angels to come in and take the things that you don't feel like you can deal with right now. The things that you don't feel like you have the strength to deal with. Ask them to take them off your plate, or ask them to grant you the strength. Because they will. All right, I'm going to do it once in the camera, once near the mic. And again. All right, that is what I have for you guys. I hope it helped in the way that you needed it to. Leave me a like, comment, and subscribe if it did, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Toodles. Hello, last but not least, my pile number 3s. You guys have chosen the rose quartz. I'm going to set this up here, and the chakra that wanted to come through that has a message for you today is your throat chakra. My throat just started hurting too. I'm going to strike this tuning fork once in the camera shot, and then once outside of the camera shot, more so in the mic, so that you guys could hear more of the tone, okay? I haven't used these very much, so it's going to be a little bit lighter than people's tuning forks that have been used very much. 1, 2. $55 on the clock. Major change coming in. And this is the 5th chakra. Okay, again, 1, 2. Okay. I'm hearing the song Jar of Hearts by Christina something. Look up Jar of Hearts. Listen to that song. There's a message in there for those of you who are interested in it. All right, so we're going to get 3 different cards from 2 different decks, and then we're going to get some oracle and then some of my homemade index cards. Let's see. Excuse me. Ooh, your throat chakra needs to be clear. No wonder why it wants to talk to you guys. I invite you guys to take a deep breath with me real quick, because I feel like you guys need it. Let's just, as we inhale, inhaling all of the healing that is coming to us, and as we exhale, exhaling everything that's paining us, okay? 1, 2, 3, in the nose. And out the mouth. Feel free to keep doing it if that is something that interests you. And allow your breathing to go back to your normal pace, whatever pace feels right for you, as we digest this message. What does the 5th chakra have to tell pile number 3? think that's 3 major arcana. Yeah. We have Strength. The Hermit. Oh, it's making sense now. And the Death card. Back of the deck, we have the King of Wands. All right. So it's making sense why I channeled the Jar of Hearts song, because you guys need some sort of release. You guys have been holding on to so much. You guys have been holding so much in, and you don't release. So much that you need to say that you don't release. So much that you feel that you don't release. So much, like, you don't allow yourself to feel what you need to feel. You don't allow yourself to speak what you need to speak, to whom you need to speak it to. There's a lot that you're holding back, and this is causing you major discomfort and major pain. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys have like chronic illnesses that I heard Crohn's disease, that like have to do with the throat or the head or even your stomach. Like I heard ulcers as well, and those might be messages for only a couple people here. But that's what I'm feeling here. And your candle's going. But there's like, in the song she says basically, I can hold my breath, I can bite my tongue, I can stay awake for days if that's what you want, be your number one, I can do it. And then she goes, but I'm only human. So she's saying, I can do this. I can be the rock. I can shut up and take it. I have the strength to keep it all and take it to the chest, but I'm only human. How much should I take? Right? She says, but I'm only human and I bleed when I fall down. But I'm only human and I crash and I break down. She says, these words in my head, knives in my heart, you build me up and then I fall apart. Yeah. Yup. So you guys might be those people that you take it all and you live it all and you breathe it all and you feel it all and you just keep it inside for so long, and then automatically at some point you just snap. 555 on the clock as I say that. And it's either one extreme or another extreme. There's a need to find a balance between what you can take and what you should take. What you can hold in and what you really should hold in. Because just because you can take it doesn't mean you should have to. Just because you're strong enough doesn't mean you need to be. Right? You're strong enough to deal with all the bullshit and all the pain and all the fuckery that people throw your way, but do you want to be? Do you want to be? Because you don't need to if you don't want to. And I have a feeling that you don't want to anymore. Heavy energy here, guys. You guys might be going through some sort of Kundalini awakening, in need of some shadow work. Why you do the things that you do. Why you people please. Why you hold back. Why you... Yeah. There's also Leo energy here. A lot of people see Leo as like these... I'll say what I need to say and I'll do what I need to do and it's me over everybody. But really, in my experience, knowing many Leos and working with many Leos, Leos are the chronic people pleasers. Leos will at times portray that they are so confident and they are so unwounded, and a lot of the times that comes from the insecurity of, I need to be unwounded and I need to be strong, because if I'm not, how are people going to see me? People are going to see me as weak. People are going to see me as less than. People are going to see me as broken. And I don't want to be seen as broken, because I'm not broken. I'm strong and you are. You are. But that doesn't mean that what you're going through, you should have to take it. It doesn't mean that what you're going through, it doesn't hurt and it doesn't get to you. It's strong to feel your feelings. It's strong to say what you've got to say, no matter the consequence. It's strong to feel it. It's strong to cry. It's strong to have weak moments and allow yourself to have weak moments. Because it's not actually weak. That's just what we see it as. Because that's what we're taught it is. But it's not. I promise you it's not. And you're going to feel so much stronger when you allow yourself to feel these weak things. Wow. Powerful messages. Powerful messages. Wow. The devil underneath of strength. And you know what this means, guys? The devil is all of our obstacles, all of our blockages. The devil is everything that's perceivably holding us down, everything that's holding us back. And look, we also have temperance of healing. And you know what this means right here? The fact that the devil is underneath of strength means you can overcome this. The devil is something in the tarot that when it comes out, this is something that's inescapable because it's meant to teach you something. Because you're meant to grow from it. It's meant to hold you down and hold you back so that you can fling forward, so that you can slingshot, propel forward once you get over it. This is something that's inevitable. But with strength here, strength is the only card in the deck that can overpower the devil. And this is you. That's fucking beautiful. There's also some sort of ego death happening for you. We have the Emperor. Wow. You guys literally have all major arcana. Except for the King of Wands over there. The Emperor and the Star. Wow. Fucking wow. You guys, your throat chakra is coming in to say that now it is time to take back power. Now it is time to take initiative. Now it is time to show people who they're fucking with because they fucked with you for too long. You guys have the energy of the quiet kid in class that takes all the bullshit and takes all the pain and like allows anybody to say whatever to them. But then once that quiet kid stands up and they speak, everybody shuts the hell up because they don't expect it. 1111. Because they don't expect the strength to come out of that quiet person. Because they don't expect the power. Right? It's the quiet people who you have to watch out for. It's the people who don't go around parading how amazing they are and how strong they are and how powerful they are that really are amazing, strong, and powerful. 11:33 on the clock. And then the Knight of Materials. This has come up in every single reading so far, which is signifying a major transformation, one that took really, really long to get through. Wow, you guys are fucking fighters. You guys are fighters, man. To have a whole spread from 2 different decks of major arcana cards. So 78 plus 78 is what? 16 plus 16. Hold up. 78 plus 78. 140. What is it? 176? 176? I think. I'm not good at math, like, without writing it down. So that's 178 and or 176 or something like that. But it's almost 200 cards, and out of those 200 cards, there is what? 22 major arcana in each, so that's 44 cards out of almost 200 that are major arcana. And you've got 6 major arcana out of a 6 card spread. Major change. If this doesn't show you how powerful you are, if this doesn't show you how powerful you are, I I don't know what is. What will, right? Look, we have thinker, 44. I was going to mention the number 844 as well, but I didn't when it was on the clock. A lot of what could be holding you back is just thinking that you can't, thinking that you aren't strong enough. But you are. Who cares who says what? Look, we have thinker and observer. You guys, and that's what makes you so strong, is that you don't just, it's not like Aries energy where you just see what you see and then you'll automatically react. This is not reaction, this is action. Action is thought out. Reaction is instantaneous, right? You want to respond rather than react. And that's how you are. That's who you are. You are a responder, not just a reactor. And that makes your action 10 times more powerful. Start speaking your truth, babe. Start speaking your truth. We also have message in a bottle here, so you need to speak your truth. 6 on that card, talking about moving forward. 8, talking about closing and reopening and closing certain cycles and entering other cycles. We have an 8 right here and a 13. 4 and 8. All right, let's get one of these cards, and then we're going to get some index cards, and then we're going to close it out with more of the tuning fork. Okay, we have 2. We have pitcher plant. The answers are there for those who look. You have the answers within you. Don't look without. Everlasting daisy, fortitude. Be brave and dig deep and say what the fuck you gotta say, because you can do it. I'm hearing you could do it, put your back into it. You could do it, put your ass into it. No, it's you could do it, put your ass into it. No. I could do it, put your back into it. I don't know, something like that. All right. Let's get 3 of these cards. That card wanted to speak to you. It said, eat healthier. We have the universe is sending gifts. I wouldn't be surprised if you got a lot of blue cards here. That was too much. Follow your dreams. I want to read this one, but I think that there's more. Look, oof, you need to vent. Stop holding it in. What was he saying? Look, y'all didn't pick this chakra for no reason. Be the change you wish to see. Take that first step so that, you know, the energy can follow, right? Then we have on the back of the deck, tend to family issues. And you can't know all the answers. Be teachable. Okay? All right. Like I said before, once in the camera shot, once near the mic so that you can hear it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And again, 1, 2, 3. That is what I have for you guys. I love you guys, and I hope that this reading resonates for you, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles, like, comment, and subscribe.